And we're live.
What the buck is up, every pony?
Yeah, there was a little delay, so I was like, is he gonna say it?
Hello.
Hello.
I can say it too, you know.
What's up? It's Dashy. Welcome to Ponyfinder.
Okay, maybe I should
My
be the one.
voice.
I mean, he normally does do it in your absence.
Yeah.
Alright. So, yes, we quite literally finished combat last session and stopped there. You managed to take down one of the sisters, and the other one ran over to comfort the fallen companion, at which point all of you ceased hostilities, at least combat-wise anyway.
Mhm.
Alright, well let's... you are free to continue with whatever you wish to do.
I give Duck the wheat.
Is there anything significant about it I should know?
It just looks like ordinary wheat as far as you can tell.
Wow, we stores it away.
Yeah, Alexander's
Yeah.
still kind of on guard, but like not hostile towards the two.
Yeah. I look at Alexanderite. We should restrain them.
Alexander will give a small nod.
Yeah. Metu will give you a rope. Is it silk? Yes, it is. There you go.
Alright.
And I will restrain the other one with my master work monocles.
Okay.
I was gonna say, with a 50-foot rope, I think we could do both of them.
Yeah, with a 50-foot rope you could tie them up and then a little bit more.
Alright, Alexandra, it's going to say, like, as long as you don't resist, nothing bad will happen to you or your sister. As he starts to tie them up.
If you feel that tie me up will be entirely necessary, I do not plan to do anything further.
Just to be safe.
It's extra precaution.
Right. Both haste and prayer have ended.
Alright.
You can click on it on the right hand side where your buffs are, and it will remove them.
Yeah. Are you gonna put the restraint thingy on them?
The grapple condition isn't technically what they are. So.
Is there not a restraint into condition? No, there isn't. Okay.
No,
there
in
isn't.
PF1 it's pinned.
Yeah, pinned is like the furthest it will go. Bitch.
So,
Oh look, it's a pin.
Bird is gonna speak up. He's gonna go, well, what should we do with them? We can't exactly have them running back to the Kara temple.
No.
I'm not going to kill prisoners if that's what you're going to suggest.
Oh, of course not.
Me neither.
I do not wish to shed any more blood than we have to during this journey.
Does this ship have a brig?
No, it does not have a brig.
Okay.
Um,
Then we'll then we'll use the captain's bedroom as a brick.
Are you talking in front of them, moving away from them, moving them away?
My question was out of character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the sort of question I more expect in character, because that is quite an in character thing to ask.
Well, yeah, but I figured we would have been on the ship long enough to have known the layout of it. And
No, not the brig. The fact that you're asking what to do with them.
Yeah. What to do with them was probably in character.
Yeah, it
that's
was.
fine. That's why I'm asking, are you doing it in front of, talking about this in front of them?
You know what? Well, Bird will move
Yeah.
a bit away.
Well,
Just
Thistle
give-
will stand over them for now.
Yeah, Alexandra will also.
He's keeping his spell at the ready just in case they twitch.
So, as they get a good enough distance away, what should we do with them?
That is a good question.
I do not wish to shed any more blood than necessary, and they did surrender. Maybe
I don't want.
Sorry.
I don't want to kill them either. But
maybe.
but we can't let them go either.
Maybe we should offer them some work.
Friendship. There's nothing wrong with friendship.
Gosh, I like friendship.
To Kara worshippers, I don't think that'd be very.
I mean, at this Bird is gonna look to Metal and he's gonna go, on what grounds do you think that they wouldn't be open to friendship? I mean,
On the grounds that they cursed my belly button.
he
I'm-
he slowly looks to Duck and he's like, underneath his helm, there's like this very confused expression.
I'm saying I will be friends with them, but I don't think they want to be friends with me. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying they would say a no, or I am saying they most likely will lie about it just to save their own skin.
Duck is prodding her belly button.
Lashtada told me that babies come from this.
Who is Lashtada?
No, wait, no, I forgot. That's not a thing.
No, it's not a thing. You do keep forgetting that. You do not know about Lushtata.
I thought we were going to
I'm out of a time period here, so.
I thought we were getting some character insight. Yeah.
The Lashana is just a random pony you met.
No, not even that.
Nope.
Nope. Well, if they don't wish to go and be friends with us, we could always offer them gold in exchange for a little bit of work. Nothing too serious, just a little bit of work. Maybe explore one of the places that we need to, that we wish to go and reclaim from the humans, or at least save ponies from them at some point.
Or worse, as they attack a human and next we know war again.
I don't know. It would be pretty bold of them to do that.
These are Kara members we're talking about.
I don't know if they're normally that upfront about things.
Let's see. What can I roll? Let me double check my skills. Bernd is gonna try to roll knowledge religion to see if he can figure out what how exactly Kara worshippers go about doing their thing.
Okay, I'll make it blind.
Yeah, he did. I did.
Do you have a rank in that? Oh, you do. Just not high intelligence. Oh, it's not a skill. It's not a class skill. Okay. So you rack your brains about this one, and you realise there's actually very little you really know about how Kara internal politics or how they operate internally. All you know off the top of your head about Kara is, well, she's the goddess of love and tends to be quite neutral about things, which, given what you're kind of have developed an understanding of, is probably what they want you to believe. But what you've learned in those times is she tends to operate more, well, it's quite clear that the Kara worshippers tend to operate more in the shadows and deal with possible espionage or more skullduggery type of stuff rather than direct conflict.
So deceptions and disguises.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Well, sorry, go on.
Didn't say anything.
What I'm thinking of, we could like bring them with us, but as prisoners. We can maybe tie them to one of the poles on the ship and take turns in keeping watch on them
Well,
until we figure out properly how to deal with them.
well, we're not always going to be on the ship though, so we can't always watch them.
This is true. You know, let's ask them what their skills are first. Just to get a lay of the land, so to speak.
Just, I'm just saying, I'm not that comfortable with paying them for work.
Oh, totally understandable. Thought someone said so. He
No.
enters, approaches them. So, I have a question for you, you two. He motions with a hoof to the sisters.
One of them is still unconscious.
Right.
So
So-
there is one conscious which you can speak to.
Yeah. So,
Well, would you like me to wake her up?
yes, give her just enough health back to where she's able to speak.
I mean, I'll just do a lay on hooves, which
Yeah.
And if it matters to them, the invisibility anti-field that Milk Thistle put up lasts for 10 minutes. So since he cast it to whatever time has passed.
Oh, I don't know actually. Yes, it's been 10 minutes.
Okay, it's done.
Because I was checking to see how long they've been prone for, and they've been prone for 12 minutes, so that makes about sense. 16.
yeah.
I'm pretty certain that will bring her around. As she wakes up, she seems very groggy, and will turn to her kind of half like sleepy state. What happened, sister? We
You
failed.
lost. That's
We
what
failed, sister.
So, he burned underneath his helmet. He slowly tilts his head a bit as he gauges them with his eyes, and he says, "What skills would you say make you worth investing in? What is it you could bring to the table that we do not already have?"
They sort of both look at you a little bit confused. Are you attempting to hire us?
Well, that would depend. What would you say is your, he sort of, blinks a bit. Look, we don't want to, I'll be real with you. we don't want to spill any more blood than we have unnecessary. And honestly, we've bested you both, and it would be not worth. Well, it wouldn't really be good to spill unneeded blood. What would you say are your best skills that you could use to assist us if we were to hire you?
That we at the moment would not share with yourselves, as currently you are still our enemy.
And you are prisoners. So I suggest get at talking in or or get at comfortable with those ropes around you.
They're quite nice, thank you, and I appreciate the use of silk rope.
At that like comment, at that like comment, and I just like tighten the rope more.
Well, I suppose we could always just leave you two out here all alone, tied up, without your weapons. We did get their weapons disarmed from them, right?
The weapons are on
Yeah.
the floor. No one has attempted to pick them up or anything. They are just laying there.
Didn't like Milk Thistle pick them up?
No, Milk Thistle hasn't gone near them. He's maintained a distance, standing next to Duck.
Okay, then in that case, Metu will like grab like a giant cloth and just wrap them all up.
Okay. Do you have any cloth?
I have a winter blanket, so I guess that'll do.
All right. You wrap them up in a winter blanket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I put it on my person.
Okay.
We're just gonna look to Alexandra and say, is there anything you'd like to ask of them?
Your mission was to stop us from carrying out what we were going to do with the wheat. That's correct?
Somewhat correct.
Well, then, if you fail that mission, then you'll no longer be our enemies. Is that correct?
Not necessarily. As
Okay.
your actions, if you continue further, would mark you in Kara's eyes.
Burnsword, he he takes a deep breath before he exhales. You do realize that we're trying to save the entire world here, right?
We have been made aware of your special mission, and we have our orders in regards to yourselves.
So why would you, as fellow ponies, betray your own kind like this?
We have not betrayed you. We would
They're
have
just
not.
following.
We would have not
You-
killed any of you if the situation came to it.
But you interfered with us from saving this land. To me, your trait is if you say or not.
We have not interfered with any saving of a land. You are merely interfering with things that you do not fully understand. And
And
this little wheat
And-
here does not bear anything to what might be going on elsewhere.
And maybe you can help us understand, why is this wheat so important to Kara?
We do not know.
It would seem that even your own priests aren't giving you the full story. Either
It is-
way,
It is the way. Not everybody is informed of everything that undergoes. That way, should one fail and be captured by the enemy, not the entire plan is revealed. Some of you seem military ponies. I'm sure that should you be working in that or have done, you weren't told the full story all the time.
Unfortunately.
Mhm. However, he looks to them, and Burns says, "Next time you both decide to attack us, I'm afraid I'll have to go full all out on you. I do not wish to do that, but if you leave us no other choice, then it will be what it will be."
Mm-hmm. If s- I- if you actually interfere with our work again, and next time I will make sure to I'll personally make sure or you are dead and you stay dead, both of you.
We have no plans to interfere you with your saving, stopping the demon that has been spoken of, and
Where does... Sorry.
this has no bearing upon this. This is purely a pony matter this week.
Well, since we were sent here by a goddess, I think it does have something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Metu just actually cringes a little under her helmet. It's from the word goddess.
I do believe that our time speaking with these two is done. If Milk Thistle has anything he would like to add, he's more than welcome to. And he heads on over. Milk Thistle, if you would like to speak to them, you may. I'll take your post.
Very well.
Also, like Steel, can you list the weapons they had on them
Yeah, I can.
that we got?
I can gift you their weapon.
Yeah, can you do that?
Yeah,
That'd be great.
I just got to find you. Where are you? There you are. Yep.
Milk Thistle is going to search them to make sure they don't have any extra pockets that aren't as easy to find. So he's going to pat them down.
Okay. You pat them down.
Looking for things like sealed parchment, little lock boxes, anything where secrets might be kept.
Where's the item table? So yeah. So the only thing they seem to have on them is a belt pouch. In that you find they've got. I can never say the word, but these things. Oh, that was a private roll. There you go. Those.
Oh, caltrops.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll be taking those as well. And are they poisoned caltrops?
How do you wish to check? Oh, you're asking them. Sorry.
Milk Thistle's actually got a pretty strong save against poison. He's going to touch one of them to the tip of his tongue to find out if it's poison.
Roll me perception.
Roll me a fortitude save.
We're
Well,
going to find out.
I mean, if it's poison, I'm going to do it in secret so he doesn't know, because that's a bit
by the way,
obvious.
both the weapons also, by the way, both the weapons are like masterwork if anyone wants them.
So you test it; they do not seem to be poisoned.
Not very resourceful, you two. Who hired you to protect this place?
I would have thought that would have been obvious.
Speak the name.
Was assigned here by Kara.
The goddess herself? Or one of her priests?
Through many means, but it is in her name that we are here.
What precisely were you protecting?
We was ensuring no one gathered the wheat.
You have failed in that mission. Alexandrites, Metal Banana, have you decided what to do with them?
Not
What would
yet.
Kara do to you after you failed?
Sorry, what?
What would Kara do to you after you have failed?
We are uncertain.
I would assume she's not a very forgiving.
We do not yet know.
Can I insight check them to see if they're scared or anything?
You can do a sense motive, yes.
I will also join in now.
I'll roll one for myself.
That must be, yep. Do.
Oh no, you did not roll it blind.
Oh
Good.
shit.
Does
You're
not
right.
count.
Okay.
I lost connection apparently.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm just going to leave it at a blind mode all the time from now on.
So it's only when you're trying to like opposing roles or trying to gather knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So what you guys can gauge is they are definitely uncertain. What will happen. And you get a sense that they are speaking truthfully, that they do not know.
Would a perception check reveal if they're placed under a geas or a scrying spell?
No.
For Kara members, you're not very informed about your own goddess.
Is there something that we should know that we do not? As if you're on about those who fail, they normally they do not get spoken of. So no one truly knows.
And you think you're gonna be next? The unspoken?
We do not try and think what our goddess will do or speak of. We merely follow her word.
Not thinking. Not a soldier not questioning their leader. Mostly that soldier will end up dead the next day.
And without order, there is chaos.
We're burning daylight. We should get that bread.
If the if the order is carried out by a worthy leader and not, well, you know the rest.
What have you two decided?
I'll postpone my judgment for now.
Same here.
Do you intend to simply leave them here tied up?
I mean, do you have a better idea?
I'm interested in seeing what the consensus is between you two. You have stepped forward to question them. You need to decide what their fate is.
Well,
They
it's
were-
definitely not death, that's for sure.
Should they simply be let go, allowed to return to their master in failure? What
Not,
guarantees do we
No.
have that they won't return?
If it won't be us, there will be others.
Mm-hmm.
If you continue along the path you are walking, there will likely will be.
Thanks for the information.
I mean, that was a bit obvious.
That you've said, Alexandra, we are burning daylight. So let's make a choice. What do you decide?
I would say like bring them with us.
That won't be possible where we're going.
No, but we could have them be prisoners on the ship at least for a little while.
A little
Bring
bit.
them to somewhere where we can confine them more permanently.
Outside our watchful eye, they could easily escape. And then you would put our comrades at risk.
Oh, what do you suggest then?
Let them return to their masters in failure.
All right.
I guess we should leave it to a vote then. This is a group choice after all.
We do not need to waste time as though we're part of a committee, Metal Banana. Our time is short and our decisions must be swift and they must be final. If you have any objections, voice them.
I look to Burns and then Wishful.
Alright, so as Metal Banana looks to him, Bird is gonna say, I think we should let them go and allow them to return to their master. Just to, you know, we don't need a unnecessary bloodshed. We can all be friends here, right? He's looking to both of them as he says that they can all be friends, right?
Wishful gives a nod. I agree with Bent.
Very well.
Very well.
Looks like looks like you Mez get to go home. I see you choose to attack us again.
So, are we free to go?
Yes, run along to your master.
But
But
before
tie
you
them
go,
first. Sorry.
Milthistle pulls out a dagger and cuts out.
Wait, wait, McPherson, no, don't. You will ruin the rope. Let me untie it.
Well, actually, they both sort of stand up and hand the rope back to you.
Oh.
What the?
Milthistle was not going for the rope.
Oh.
Ah,
He puts the dagger away. Run along then.
Until we are told otherwise, we must remain here.
Very
You
well
are
then.
permitted to stay here. Leave.
We will leave you alone for now. But we will be close.
No.
They're gone.
They're not gone.
Oh, they're still there.
Milthistle would have stood in front of them to keep them from simply passing by.
Oh, okay, you're not letting them... Oh, they walked out this side rather than walking towards Dirk.
Yeah.
But I'll bring them back.
Are you gonna Red Rover them yourself?
I mean, he will block them, yeah.
I mean, they can just probably go over you, like.
I mean, if you stop them from walking away, they will stop. They're not... they're not just going to sort of barge past you.
If you will not leave voluntarily, I will send you away.
We are leaving. We will let you continue whatever you wish to do here. But
But you're not permitted to remain and observe.
Can I sense more of that?
no. I will not. We will not watch you do your bread making if that will make you more happy.
Wherever your master is, return to them.
I'm sure they will make themselves known when they need to. I'm sure it won't be long before they know of what's happened here. If we flee, then they will only hunt us down, so we will remain and let you continue your little game.
Really, saving the world's a little game to you, huh?
I don't believe... based on everything around here, I doubt it has any connection with what is happening elsewhere. As we
We're
were,
just
as we have been informed distinctly not to interfere with your saving saving the Everglow.
Brinksword just rolls his eyes at that. Come on. Let's just leave them do their thing. We're wasting time.
Alright, let's go.
Are you certain that's a wise choice?
What, for them or for the group?
Asking Burn directly.
Okay.
Well, if they aren't gonna leave, and they said they would leave us alone,
Sorry, I didn't see your sense motive there. They don't seem to be lying about the fact they're going to let you continue doing what you want to do.
Okay, cool.
they said they would leave us alone and let us do our thing. They're refusing to leave this area. Nothing we could do about them choosing to stay. In the end, it's their choice.
And if they choose to interfere with us again, and we will cut them down and won't let them get back up.
Alexandrite will look to Milk and say, "You're the one who offered them their freedom. What they do with it is their choice. We should not bar them."
But how many spies does it take to deliver a message?
One.
This is the one that you stabilized, correct?
Yeah.
Milkthistle's going to look to Burn. Hold this one.
Alright, and with that, he's gonna approach her and just.
Alexandrite's gonna stop this.
The other sister's going to step forward and go, "You will not harm my sister."
Then the two of you will voluntarily
I will
leave and
smite
support.
you now if you do this.
She will not die. We intend to leave her alive, and that's perfectly fine. She will merely be moved away from here. If you wish to stay together with your sister, you will both leave this forest.
Fine, we will leave the forest.
Sensing motive.
Go for it.
And I am gonna use. Let's see, do I have the description? Yes, I do. I'm gonna use one of my features for being a Chaos Knight, and that is Discern Lies.
I believe they need to make a will save?
Yes, it is. Let's see. He's gonna target the one that spoke, which was her.
Which is sensible.
Yeah.
What is the DC?
Let's see. Let me double check the thing real quick.
I'm going to make the save blind, just so if I tell you if they're telling the truth, or if I say that you don't know if you pass or successed. You
Right.
only, hang on, each round you consider you know if the target would. Of course, the spell does not reveal the truth. Yeah, that's so. If they succeed, their will save it negates the effects. So you will know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't. Will you know that the spell failed to affect them?
Alright.
Suppose you
let's
won't.
see. Let's see.
can I say something to this sister?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. I meant to say if you truly love your sister, then you two will leave.
Alright, I'm gonna drop this in the in-game chat.
I've already agreed to leave y'all. Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing I can do.
So it's 10 plus the level of the spell.
Okay,
We're
so it's
determining if they're lying or not.
level.
Yeah.
That's a big part of what happens
Plus
next.
charisma.
What is it? Okay, so it's level 4, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And the ability responsible for. What's your charisma modifier?
Let me check real quick. My charisma modifier is under attributes. It is a 2.
2. So you'll be looking at DC 17.
Alright.
Let me check that and that. As far as you can tell, what did you get, Milkfizzle? You got that number. Okay. As far as anyone can tell, they are being truthful.
Milk Thistle's eyes are very narrow. He looks back and forth between the two of them.
You're definitely getting daggered eyes from this one.
Then I will like change my comment, and if you truly love your sister, then you won't come back.
I do not sense that they are lying.
Neither do I, which is good. Milk Thistle will lock eyes with her since she's wanting to stare daggers. I can see
Alexander, it's also
you are-
staring daggers.
I can see you are very loyal to your sister. And I respect that. But understand, if you interfere with our work again, you will be separated from her forever. If she is clever, she'll return to you. If not, you will never see her again. I'll give my word.
You leave my sister alone, or you will make an enemy of me, and I will personally ensure that you, when you have completed this, that you won't have a life to live, because you only be protected for so long.
Empty threats from a disarmed child. You are dismissed.
Let's go.
I'm not disarmed, Milk. You want to deal with me?
Be at peace, Alexandrite.
Let her go.
She is gone. You too. Lo. Go. Leave.
They will walk away.
And Milk Thistle will lower his hoof.
Good riddance.
Agreed. We should get going. We're wasting time.
I got to admit, for Kara worshippers, they have well-crafted weapons.
I do not believe they are worshippers of Kara, only agents. Regardless.
Same thing, anyway.
Now then,
This bread made.
young duck, we have a task for you.
Oh, what?
This wheat was very special. It was unfortunately reaped by our enemies, but we are in possession of it again. This wheat was very special. It was the only thing that was growing alive in this very spot. The Milk Thistle will point up to, or move up to point to the hole that was on the floor. I believe this is an old temple to a god that we don't know the name of yet. But the holy symbol we showed to you no doubt belonged to her. We know that this wheat is very important, but we don't know quite why. But we know that you have something to do with it.
He's gonna peek at the spot where it was growing. Is there anything significant about that spot?
There's an odd glow about it, coming from what's remaining of the stalk where the wheat was cut from. The glow still goes up the wheat, and where it's cut, it's sort of giving off like a magical sort of like sparkle effect is coming off the cut end or cut piece.
And she's just kind of like leaning down and like kind of like looking at it. A check that needs to be made for something like this. Like alluded to some more information.
What you
Medical.
trying to discern? What about the cut stem?
Um, I guess she's kind of looking at the wheat and the hoof and that one that's glowing down there,
Yeah.
and it kind of seems like the uh, I guess before knowledge rolls, she's just gonna like put some of the wheat. She's gonna like try to like hold it where the stalk was, see if it like goes back together or anything. It's magical, why not?
Okay, so you actually go and try and reconnect it, or try
Yeah.
to see if you can put it on. It looks like it's been cut differently.
What was that?
It looks like it's been cut differently.
Ah, like they don't match up.
Yeah.
This is pointed out.
Gosh, are you sure this is the same?
This wheat was cut from this spot. I'm sure of it.
But look, they don't match.
That's little rat.
Oh, did we get hoodwinked?
I think we did.
Hold on.
No, I
Uh,
don't think we did.
the cut from the stems. Let's try to hold them up like a puzzle piece. Do the cuts match the cuts on the stems that are in the ground?
No.
Even after I searched them, I did not manage to find what they were hiding.
You did not find them hiding anything on their persons, other than what I told you. And those items weren't really hidden; they were there for you to see.
And we know that when we. Sorry.
I don't know if that was just ambiance in the background, but I heard something that sounded like shattering glass in this direction. Was that
That's
something?
probably just ambience.
Okay.
Well, I know that we took the wheat away right after we downed the first one.
No, you took the wheat away after she had got there and like held her sister. So she was there holding her sister, and it wasn't until you got her, just basically you accepted the surrender, then you grabbed the wheat.
And I searched them very thoroughly.
You did.
If it was not found on them, it must be hidden away somewhere. But they did not leave this temple.
Or they might have ate it, either way.
No, we would have seen that. I'm gonna take 20 inside the temple
All right.
to
So
see if they.
taking 20 will involve you searching the area for an hour.
Wow.
I rolled a 20 anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't have.
Wow.
Yeah, taking 20 does take a long time. That's why you take 20. You are thoroughly searching the area. So, are you happy to take 1 hour searching?
Yeah, we're gonna search under the floorboards, see if there's anything they try to stash away, because they did not take it with them. I'm sure of that.
Okay, so an hour passes, and you are quite right. With your hour of searching, there is a small gap just here, and you are able to spot a very faint glow from coming with underneath the floorboards. You have two choices. You could either try shoving duck down the very small gap here, or you could break the floor.
Breaking the floor might damage the weed. Do we have a crowbar to where we could?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
All right. Does anyone have experience with carpentry?
Yes.
And she sticks her head through the hole.
It's not big enough for your head, I'm afraid.
What? I'm stuck.
Does anyone have a shrink spell?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alexandra will just pull Duck's head out.
Did
Makes
Wishful
the
take-
token pool diving board sound.
No, I didn't take anything to make ponies bigger or smaller.
Well, if we can safely pull the boards up, that should save us from damaging the weeds.
Hold on.
Old
Hold
board.
on, hold on, hold on.
And she rummages in her bag,
What about you? Can you go get it?
and she pulls out Dolan.
Oh, Dolan.
Yeah. Dolan would. I mean, yeah, he's small enough that you could kind of just. I mean, he won't enjoy it, but you could get him down the hole.
Yeah, he looks huffy. Do I really have to? It's degrading.
It's not degrading, it's weak. Go get it.
And then Dolan just kind of like rolls his eyes and he hops, hop, hop, hop. And he kind of squeezes. He squeezes
Yeah.
his little duck butt is like wiggling and
Um, so he squeezes through, just about popping through. He will land in the kind of like it's a bit muddy down there, but not like you're going to sink because he's light enough where he can stand on it. But it's a bit squelchy. He can easily pick up the wheat, and I mean he's smart enough that he knows that he can just walk out and get out the gap over here because he's small enough to do that.
he does so.
Well done, Dolan. Thank you.
Uh,
And very clever of you, Duck.
Gosh,
and she smiles all bigly.
So
thank you.
this wheat is glowing. It's nowhere near as bright as what it was when it was here, but it does still have a very faint glow to it.
We should hurry if there's any magic before it dissipates.
Well, hold on.
And she borrows that wheat. She sees if it just like reconnects onto the stems in this one.
Yes, it does look like it would reconnect.
Does it like stay if like she lets it go?
No, it doesn't stay.
Oh, gotcha. But you said that the ground there is still glowing, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. The old stem that is still sort of going into the ground is still glowing.
Anybody have a flower pot?
Uh,
No.
no.
Gosh, you guys are the worst gardeners ever.
Says Duck, who's been living with druids for the last X months.
I have a pouch, but sunflowers already occupying that.
Duck is gonna use her druid-given knowledge to look around this and probably the immediate area for a suitable flower pot.
Um,
Wolf Thistle pulls out his iron cooking pot.
How suitable is this for a flower pot, Steel?
it's probably the best thing you're going to find from around here.
Alright. Now, which one of you guys has a gardening shovel?
There's
Burgess
money for
or
you again.
I can't work with these conditions.
She
You can just use your hooves to put the dirt in, can't you?
and she kind of like blinks.
Gosh, never thought of that. Good idea.
I do have a hand axe. With a bit of imagination, it can become a shovel.
Well, I'm sure with the combination of our tools and our friendship, by golly, we can properly repot this glowing plane.
Does anyone have any profession gardener by any chance?
uh, you're
What
talking
kind
to an astronomer.
Yeah, I'm asking just in case, because you would definitely have bonuses here. If you don't, then you'll be relying on Duck's ability to repot it based on her living with druids.
I think that's the best we're gonna have.
Yeah.
Alright, Duck, it's all down to you. Roll me a wisdom check.
Oh dear God.
Because that's what it's based on. Profession.
Wisdom check, huh?
Yeah, straight wisdom.
Man, wisdom of -1.
Okay, right.
I mean, there's some hidden bonuses, but...
Alright. Here's your wisdom check.
So you work carefully, and you do get the rest of the stem up. You probably lost some roots in the process, but it didn't seem to go very deep or anything like that. Once you've extracted it from the ground, though, the wheat seems to have the same sort of glowing level as the wheat that was cut at the moment. So they're kind of the same glowiness, so it has dimmed. Though The
dear.
odd light, which seems to be shining on this area, still is there. You have potted it back on, but the sort of odd sort of magical effect that was coming from the stem is no longer going on, and it's just a soft glow.
And she kind of like
Mm.
tilts her head a little bit.
Gosh, something about this spot is really special.
She points toward the dirt.
We should tell the druids about this. I'm sure that they can probably help this thing continue to grow.
And she points toward the roots.
Milk Thistle's gonna stand over the hole and look straight up. Is there anything overhead that might be linked with the glowing spot?
I mean, the sort of as you look up, it is a hole in the ceiling. You are seeing up into the sky, but there's no like sun shining down or anything like that. It just the light as it seems to come into this area seems to become more magical in a sense, or become more unique. You can't really explain it.
Interesting.
Duck kind of wants to just like look up too. Like she's gonna inadvertently just kind of stand in the light and then like look up. Go. After
We
like
had
10 seconds, she's gonna look at Milk Pistol.
What are we looking at?
We're looking for something that might connect things together. I had thought that if the wheat was used to produce something like bread, that might reveal something. But we're quite literally grasping at straws here.
Not really. We got this. And I know a lot of druids that can help it stay healthy.
She smiles.
And make more of them.
Well,
That is potentially helpful.
we've still not made any. We're not even attempted to make the bread yet.
Yeah, we should at least give that a try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long
This
will
one-
making bread take?
Does someone else have a cooking pot?
I do. Yes.
Duck brought all of her cooking materials.
Yes.
Yeah.
Duck has her entire portable cooking stuff, or well, maybe not even so portable.
Duck, do you think there's enough wheat here to make some kind of bread?
Gosh, of course.
And she looks down.
I have to kind of add it to some stuff, but yes.
I mean,
Make the best bread that you can, Duck. Something
Oh
that you
my-
believe a god would want to eat.
Oh my gosh. A whole god? I don't know if I could make a sandwich big enough for one.
Perhaps this god is small.
Whoa. I could do that.
Wherever we're doing it, she's running toward there.
well, you're the one making it, so you can choose your exact spot to make the bread.
Maybe by the wells if we need water.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mythosol can create water.
But
Yeah.
this water might be special.
Now, first things first. Steel Duck is not like a dirty workspace, so she's just like humming and she's like prestidigitizing and scooting away and making this all a wonderful space right here. It's a very, very clean little work environment.
Wishful will start to help you clean.
Bird will try to help. He's
You can help by getting some logs to sit on.
And she's gesturing to logs. Pull up
yeah,
the
sure.
thing. Yeah.
He's gonna.
Okay.
Yep.
That is something I can help with that too.
Alexandra will nod. Alright, wood chopping it is.
Yep. Chop.
Firewood and seating. That's what she's going for. Right. And
Milk is the best person to keep an eye out for danger.
And when you
She's
guys
fine.
bring back some of the firewood, she's going to help you rearrange it into the exact shape of a heart.
Because bread needs to be made with love.
And wheat.
And that too. But love is more important.
You are a strange one, Duck.
Actually, I'm a duck, but thank you.
Let's see.
Duck is a good pony.
That's me.
Here, Duck. maybe this will help you a little. As Wish will cast a spell on you.
Wowee.
Yeah, heroic bread.
Huzzah!
I am. And she takes out all of her cooking materials, which also includes a tiny chef's hat. Right, okay.
Of course.
Dolan goes.
Why
Dolan goes.
not?
Dolan goes under it, and as the fire starts and she starts working and everything, and the silhouette of Dolan, you can kind of see it's like Ratatouille, like he's just like tucking her hair.
I was about to make the joke, but
No, he's totally doing it. And she's she's not even, she's just doing it like she doesn't even mind. She's putting in the salt and the baking powder and she starts adding in the gluten part of it, so like the wheat and all that stuff, right? She takes out the ingredients that she needs, because I'm not a baker myself, but I'm sure she knows what she's doing. So she kind of takes out what she is. She does the baking stuff with the glowing stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt you, but are you wearing the pendant?
Of course.
Okay.
And she makes a big loaf of bread in the shape of a heart.
Alright, roll me. Well, this will take some time because making bread does take a bit of time with the baking and stuff. So it takes 2 hours and 15 minutes based on some information I've got.
It takes 2 hours. Can I take a 20?
You can take 10 because if you take 20, that accounts for you have critically failed at certain points, which you don't want to do.
Taking a 10.
Yeah.
Good call.
Should hopefully include heroism. It did. Cool. So you said about making your bit of bread. It's not with. Let me give you 2 hours and 15 minutes. Boop.
21 technically with heroism.
Heroism. No, heroism is already included in the roll.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh,
Right. If you click on the roll, it gives you the breakdown.
I gotcha.
If anyone has any additional buffs that can last an extended period of time, you may add it in the meantime.
no.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything.
I think she could roll herself. Inspire confidence. Yeah, she's gonna do it herself. She has this.
Yeah, that will give you +2 to skills. Yeah. So as you're baking, you're also singing along and singing a happy. You're singing some sort of bakery song to do with baking and bread making as you go.
And yeah, she is singing the bakery song.
The
La 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 la
Yes.
la la la.
No, she's singing it, and I mean, much to her not realizing what she's singing about, she is totally singing a song about putting buns in the oven. Yes.
Yeah, I have nothing.
Yeah, same here. I thought I had the Linda does pretty much everything else but skill.
My things only assist in combat, unfortunately.
That is fine. All right. So after your baking for your 2 hours, you will have a nice fresh loaf of bread. It's not huge, but in the shape of a heart. It's not something that could feed all of you, but there's enough there for at least 4 of you to have some, if you wish.
Alright. Well, I think Duck should obviously have a few slice.
And
And I think perhaps we should save it. If it's been prepared for a god, it would be rude to take the first bite.
Duck smiles,
We should put it in that sunny spot. So,
and she kind of thinks,
They're up there, I think, right?
Do you think so?
Yes.
Show me.
She has her oven mitts and everything. She's holding the bread, and she waddles, waddle, 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 waddle. It's still a big pan. Waddle, 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 all the way over here. I don't know why I have a rage on, but I do.
That's the that's the heroism,
I'm taking its bread.
and,
Which-
and
which probably has run out by now.
yeah, and she's just like holding the pan out into the sunlight.
Nothing really much is going on other than you holding the pan in the light.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's given them the gods an ample chance to take their sample of it. I'm sure that they love it. And she brings it back.
I think that they might have liked it. The sun didn't go away.
Interesting. Can we detect magic on the bread to see if any of the magical properties of the wheat are in the bread itself?
Yeah. Wishful will go and detect magic if no one else has got it, and she will go. Well, yeah. I'm detecting at least a small hint of magic.
If you Wishful, if you stay focused on it, what can you determine about the magic?
She sort of focuses as best she can, and she can roll. She can tell you there's no school of magic associated with it, and when I find the skills, that'll be a fine GM roll. Knowledge Arcana. She can add a d6 to this because she can. What I can definitely tell you, it has a. Well, obviously you might know a little bit about magic, Milk Thistle. This has a divine sort of touch to it rather than a arcane aspect.
Anything you recognize specifically?
Nothing that I recognise, I must say. I can tell it's divine, but there's no. It's not. I don't recognise it as any particular spell or effect.
I think my theory was that eating the bread might allow us to meet said goddess.
That's
Uh,
true.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about with meeting people, new people and gods and whatever. But if they come down,
And she starts cutting the bread. You know,
I'd be happy to say hi.
and she distributes bread out, including to herself.
Right, there's only enough for 3 other people.
Metu will like volunteer to not take it.
Yeah. I was thinking Milk, myself, and Wishel.
Yeah.
Since you feel the most religious ones.
I was going to say the person who literally just said the god thing. I good gander would probably be most beneficial to this.
All right.
Alright.
Yeah, with that reasoning, Milk Thistle agrees. He'll take a piece.
Based.
Alexander will take a piece.
Wishful will have a piece.
All right. On the count of 3.
1, 2.
Alexander will eat his bread.
Wishful will go, 3?
And Milk Thistle will take a modest bite.
And nothing happens. The end.
So you guys enjoy your bread. It's very nice. I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever had literally freshly baked bread before, but it's definitely that sort of freshly baked, very still warm, still squidgy, and it's very enjoyable. Obviously, Duck's added a few little bit of probably a few little bit of herbs that she found around the place, using her slight druidic knowledge that she gained from being with druids. to add a little bit of hint of flavour to it. Once you've enjoyed your piece, depending if you've devoured it all, took a small bite, and obviously swallowed, the four of you start feeling very sleepy, and the sleep seems to be coming on very strong, to the point where you very much find it hard to stay awake.
Yeah, Duck is like, she's turning pink around the cheeks.
This spread is so good it makes me blush.
Poof.
And we're
DM question.
Yeah.
Is the old wheat still there?
The what?
Like
The wheat you picked
the
up.
the one that the rogue cut. Yeah.
So the one you received and you thought was cut. Yeah, you've still got that. That's not gone away or anything.
Okay. Did Wishful mention that was still a little bit of magic there?
Not in that wheat, no, because. Oh, you mean the
Okay,
stem?
fair enough.
She never checked the stem.
Okay.
The what was milk thistles? You were saying something.
Oh yeah, milk.
as Milk Thistle, I imagine we're just passing out. We have no control over this, correct?
You might be able to try something to stop yourself. If you have the ability, you guys are magical enough or heroic enough. You might have something to try and force yourself not to do it.
I don't think Milk Thistle will. He's just gonna call out to Burned and Metal Banana. Burned, Metal Banana, we're being overcome with sleep. Watch out. And he'll laugh.
Yeah. Bird is gonna take position at the entrance.
I'll take a look out here then.
Alexander is just going to make sure that his spike armor doesn't kaplunk into the floor.
So you feel yourself falling asleep, so you sit down and so you sleep. All right, you guys will slumber as Burnt and Metal Banana watch over you. So you all begin to slumber, but it's not a normal sort of sleep. You feel yourselves enter a dreamlike state, and it's a very odd dream, as you seem to be sharing it with each other, as you do see each other in your dreams. You're in a very... You seem to be standing along the shore of a lake that is still and unmoving. Moonlight is shining down upon you all. It is a full moon, and it's showing you the face of the Moon Princess rather than the face of the Nightmare. And you've just got a sense of calm and serenity about this dream. You guys can look around, you can talk to each other.
What is the most noticeable thing in this dream?
Probably the calm, unstilled water.
Ah, well, she's gonna look at her reflection in it.
It's perfectly reflected back at you, with no sort of sense of any movement in the water. It's almost mirror-like.
Oh gosh.
Milk Thistle looks up toward the moon. Are there signs of the Moon Princess here, or is there just a knowing that we're in her realm?
You don't get a knowing that you're in her realm, and you don't see any signs that the Moon Princess is there, other than, based on what you've been told before, this shares strong similarities to her realm. Or at least
Yes.
what people in their dreams will see. But you
So no,
you know you have the very distinct knowing that you are dreaming. You are still on Everglow, basically.
this bears a striking resemblance to the description the High Priest of the Moon Princess Temple described to us.
Holy crap, when did you get here?
We're all here, Duck.
Wow.
And she probably take notes now.
Yeah, yeah. I think we're sharing. This is a little bit odd.
She's gonna she's gonna look up at the moon. I'm not sure what phase of the moon we were at when we came in. Is this clearly is like a different?
Yes, it will probably be very much a different moon showing.
Well, she will say the same thing that she says every time there's a full moon. She'll look up and say,
Hello, moon.
that's what she does.
Can't say I was expecting this. I wasn't sure what to expect. So.
I was about to say, what did you think would have happened?
Alexander's going to look around for anything like any kind of.
Any kind of. Did we just lose Alex? Yep, we just lost Alex.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Well, just to be sure, are there any palm trees along the lake?
No, there is no palm trees along the lake.
Okay.
Alright, she's gonna look down at the water again.
Gosh, you've never seen something so still. There's no ducklings in this water.
Sorry, Discord fucked up on me.
That's
what
okay.
did I say?
You were starting to say what you're looking for.
Oh yeah, anything obvious to, like we should walk this way.
No, there is no glowing sign saying this way, please.
Well, Duck has paved her own path because this is water, and she thinks she's a duck. So.
Splash.
All right, so
Duck, I don't. Oh, go ahead, Jim.
Immediately sinks.
so Duck jumps into the water by the sounds of things.
Yeah.
Just as Milk Crystal goes, no, don't. I think that's what you're about to do, Milk.
He was going to say, Duck, I don't believe we should disturb still water, but she's already splashing around.
So the ripples, so Duck jumps into the water and it begins to ripple. And you basically see it ripple out across the whole waterway. Because obviously it was so calm, the ripples just sort of go across. Once they hit the reflection of the moon, the odd thing about the reflection is the reflection doesn't ripple. It stays still. As you notice that, you then notice that the shadow or the reflection of the moon then starts to move and is heading towards you.
Alexandra will walk towards the reflection that's going towards them.
Are you going to walk into the water then?
Yeah.
So you walk into the water and it's heading towards where Duck is, basically.
She's looking down at it. And she does the token marish.
Ooh.
Like it's got the ooh face going on, and she's gonna poke out a hoof.
It hasn't reached you yet, but I was giving people a chance to react. But it does move at you at some speed, to the point where it's probably just out of hoof reach. And as you're looking down upon it, Duck, as it will probably stop just in front of you, you suddenly feel that there's a shadow cast upon yourself.
She looks up to whatever might be casting said shadow.
So, as you look up, you see a dark or a deep night blue third-coloured with almost a white silvery mane. They have a horn which comes to a almost golden glow at its tip. the pony also has large wings as well. So it's clearly an alicorn, as she is looking down upon you with a smile.
She kind of looks up
Oh gosh, hi!
and then hug. I mean, it's duck. She's gonna hug.
Hug the goddess.
You hug onto onto one of her large legs. Greetings, my little ponies.
Alexander will bow his head. Greetings.
Milk Thistle will deeply genuflect, but he stays on the shore out of the water.
You stay out of the water, was that?
Yes.
Do not be afraid, Milk Thistle. I do not bite, even if you are a follower of the nightmare.
May I enter the water, Moon Princess?
You may if you wish to, but you do not. It is not required.
And, Milk Thistle will keep his head low, like averting his eyes, but he'll walk out to the water and join the rest of the group.
Gosh, what's your name, miss?
I am the Moon Princess.
Whoa, a princess.
And then she kind of she parts with her hoof, but then she's like tugging it like a small child would. Like she's like,
Come on, over here.
and she's like gesturing to her friends.
This is wishful pen, and this is
And he goes over to Milk Thistle,
milk thistle,
and I forgot all who went. Alexandra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexandrite Beacon.
Yeah.
an Alexandrite beacon,
And she's just tugging. She's pulling him around. And just introducing everyone. Who did I miss? I missed somebody. I know I missed somebody. Where's that?
Little Banana, Wishful Pin.
No,
no,
they're not here.
no, that,
Oh, no.
yeah, you've done Wishful Pen. You've done exactly. You've missed yourself.
Yeah.
And she turns around and she finally lets the hoof go.
and I'm duck, and I'm a duck. Quack.
And that you certainly are, little one. I was beginning to think no one would find it.
Find what? Oh, is it the thing?
And she gestures with her hoof. And she says it just like that, like the thing.
They helped find something.
Yes, and you helped them make it into something. I see.
She's putting two and two together so hard.
Oh my gosh, did you try the bread too?
She smiles at you. It was most delicious.
I knew it.
Her convictions are correct.
Your journey has not yet come to an end. You were given one piece, and you will be and you will gain the next piece to your journey. I need to remember the information.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know we were sent here by the Sun Queen to get our questions answered.
Wow, she's going to give you the next piece to your puzzle. I just got to find the wording where I put it. Is it here? No, that would not be known.
It's filed away under cutscene.
Yeah. No, it's not that. The one you seek and wish to find is that of love. It was snatched away from your plane by jealousy and replaced with a different love. But should her love be ready to return then you can once again find it and bring it back. But if you do not go to retrieve it without love in your hearts, then you will be lost.
Alexandra will nod and give a little look towards Milk. That shouldn't be a trouble for most of us.
There is love in his heart. You may not see it there, but it is for some. But it is there for someone.
Alexandra will raise an eyebrow, like, has he been seeing someone that I don't know about?
I have a lot of love, miss. I got married 7 times.
She smiles at you, gives you a little a little sort of gentle sort of like stroke on the head, almost like a mother would their foal type of thing. What you must travel to is a dungeon of misery. It will be filled with tests of love, but if you have the right goals at heart, you will succeed.
Where is this dungeon?
Within Dragon's Peak, there is one mountain peak that stands above the others. Near the top, you will find the entrance. But it is not. It is not. It is not a journey that those of faint heart would be able to take.
I understand.
And once you enter, keep love in mind. I'm sure you have many questions, but that is all I can share.
May I speak, Moon Princess?
Of course.
And Milfist will finally stop averting his eyes and he'll stand up straight. We thought we were on the verge of finding a missing, or at least an unknown god. We were not expecting to find you.
They are still missing and cannot speak to anyone because they have not yet been found. But they still have those that wish them to be found. And we can lend our voice where they cannot.
Why is Kara actively trying to hide this god?
As I spoke at the start, she was taken from this world for jealousy, and was replaced with a different love.
Kara is right now the primary goddess of love. So if there was another, and she grew jealous of her, she may have done something to make this god not be remembered and hide her away.
Someone needs to give that god a hug.
Do we make enemies with Kara by pursuing to free this god of love?
I am sure you will, as I'm certain if you've put much effort into ensuring something goes away, you will probably ensure it stays that way, would you not?
I would.
Then think of the veracity you would put into such a task, and what you would do should somebody try and undo it.
Moon Princess, we have been tasked with finding a way to purify the heart of Everglow, to stop the stag board from destroying everything. We may need to seek Kara's favor. Is it possible to free this god and still find favor with her?
I do not know. It depends on her, but it is likely that should you complete your task and free her, she will not give you the favour you wish.
And she kind of like, she looks up. She doesn't look like she's really understanding a lot here because this is very mystical and godly, and she is only level 5, bless her heart and soul. So she's kind of like looking up.
Who is this other person?
Her name will only be spoken when she is ready to come back. You will find it within the heart of misery.
And her eyes go all sorts of big, and she does like the token gasp. And then she looks towards you guys.
Well, you don't need Miss Kara then, do you?
And then she wiggles up in the air.
Let's go help that one. When she's out, then you get another one to do your favor.
Sometimes the smallest of you is the wisest.
Alexander would nod. Well, it would be the same amount of gods even if we didn't have Kara.
Moon Princess, why do you care about this missing god to go against one of the others of the Pantheon?
With that question, you get a moment where you think that the Moon Princess actually looks really sad before her sort of gentle smile returns. It only lasts the briefest of moments before she hides it. It is not something I wish to speak of or at this moment.
Duck kind of like looks up,
Oh, worry not, Miss Moon Princess.
and she does like a salute as best she can in the water while swimming. And she looks toward the others.
We'll get this mission done for you, but
And she kind of like looks over.
those other guys are kind of scary. I'm not sure if we can keep away from them for a long time.
She's like mentioning like the Kara people.
I'm sure they will come and find you in time, but I'm sure you will all prove resourceful.
She almost looked like a little bit worried.
You seem pretty pretty nice. They said that you were a god, and I was thinking.
And she's like tapping her hose now, like she's like asking for something, like from a parent, you know, that they probably like did like all the chores in their house to, you know, that kind of vibe.
Could you help protect my friends a little bit?
I'm afraid this summoning only allows me to give you what I have already given. I will not be able to lend any additional protections at this time, as
Okay.
I would be interfering with a godly manner should I add my protections upon you on this
Oh, gosh.
particular quest.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
And she shakes her head a little bit,
Okay, I'll just make you some bread sometimes.
and she smiles.
I think that is it.
Well,
If there-
we're talking to a god-blessed Moon Princess here. You're like, well, we gotta get going. We have an appointment. No,
Well, I mean, since her time was limited, so I was like, all right, well,
Moon Princess, if you wish us to seek out this missing god, I believe we can. But we do need to seek as many of you out as we can to grow in power to face the Stag Lord. Are you not able to help us at all? Or do we need to resolve the issue with this missing god that you care so much for before we can obtain your power? Your blessings, rather.
My blessings can be earned in other ways, but this is not. This summoning is not to earn my blessing, but possible earn another, should you succeed. And perhaps if you do, you may find me once again.
Do you have advice for us on how to seek you out again? Because we, frankly, stumbled upon you by accident. We were not looking for you.
I am with you every night as you slumber. Maybe not all the time, but if you look for the clues, I will be there.
I asked this question of the Sun Queen, and I'd like to ask it of you. What do you think of the nightmare?
That one I might actually have a proper answer for. I am her opposite, where she encourages those to to control the night. I protect those that are unable to do or struggle to do, as not all those will be as strong, and everyone needs help. Does she also do something for? I thought she also did something for people who had lost sanity, but I could be wrong. So, should they not be able to face the terrors, they are able to turn to me for aid, and be confident enough to not be afraid of the dark.
That is a very opposite approach to my mistress. She commands that we are to overcome the fear and defeat the monsters that exist in the dark so that we are strengthened by it.
We both do share similarities, but yet are different. Obviously, the nightmare would ensnare and dominate. I would ward away them, and let them live in peace, and provide them and provide that the creatures stay away from Ponykind.
And Milk Thistle will give a bow. Thank you, Moon Princess. So to the Tower of Dragon's Peak, you are calling us. We do have our inventory with us, correct?
No. You guys are all naked. This is probably the first time
Oh,
you've
no.
probably realised that.
Okay. Well, thankfully we're in the water, so we have a bit of modesty.
Oh no, I'm indecent.
Well,
And
pulling
Alexandra
from
just kind of shrugged.
yeah, you do this every day. It's fine.
Yeah.
But pulling from memory, I'm trying to remember where Dragon's Peak is.
It is from here. Um, if we, it's kind of west from Villager Town, but south a bit, over towards near where Cerulean Tides is.
I see it. It's right beside a massive lake. Dragon's Peak. That will be quite a journey. Well, Moon Princess, we are without question a resourceful and determined lot. I'm confident whatever challenges we face, we will overcome them. When we do speak to this missing god, is there a message you would like us to deliver to them?
Once she is free, I will know. And once, and I will pass on the message, any messages I would myself.
And I hope once we complete this task, you will reach out to us again, because we are in dire need of your help in defeating the Stag Lord. We need as much strength as we can gather, and if you can lend us your strength, we will put it to use to defend Everglow.
I do know time does run short, or at least the time that, as you understand it.
Our years are very limited. But we will free this missing god in our lifetimes. You'll see her soon. See them soon.
Then I wish you a pleasant. I wish you pleasant sleeps.
She gives another epic hug.
Thank you. You've been so nice.
And it's a pleasure meeting you as well. All of you. With that, you once again start feeling really tired. As Duck
Just
falls
going
face
water.
first into the water.
That's funny.
One nostril sticks above the surface, so at least she's not completely drowning.
You know those like you know those dreams where like you wake up because you're like drowning or whatever. It's not one of those dreams because Duck can totally breathe underwater in her dreams. Yes.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I have one more. I'll do one more question. Did
Yeah.
the wheat the rogue gets? Is it still has a glowing to it?
The wheat, what had a glow to it, was eaten.
Okay.
It was made into bread. So,
Alright.
I mean,
Cool.
you wouldn't know anymore because it's obviously turned into bread and then eaten, so it's all gone. But if you mean the stem, it still has a faint glow to it, the same.
Okay, so it might work.
Okie dokie.
We-
And
Go ahead, Jim.
yeah, the rest of you will start to fall asleep either in the water or if you get to land. If you want to get to land, you get to land and settle down.
Alexandra will probably at least get like his head onto land.
Milk Thistle would walk backwards onto land and then sit down.
All right. With that, you all will begin to wake up on the where you were.
Important question. Do we get a full night's rest?
Uh, yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Even those of us who don't need to sleep?
Yeah, even those of you who don't need to sleep.
Interesting.
You're awake.
I sense an encounter coming.
So once Bird sees that Wishful is starting up, he's gonna walk over and offer a hoof. You have a nice nap?
Oh, it was definitely most pleasant.
Metu will go to we'll go to Alexander, seeing he's waking up. Like, so did you meet this forgotten goddess?
Not her, but another goddess. The Moon Princess.
I do hope we get to meet Princess Luminous at some point.
I'm sure we will. Jinx.
You said she is super shy.
Yeah, she tends to be.
Bird is gonna help Wishful up to her hooves.
She will very happy to take the hoof up.
Well, I suppose we should get to the ship. Do we know where he's gonna blink a bit. If you found anything out, it's probably best for us to talk at the ship.
I look to the other wheats instead of burnt. Hey, burnt. This wheat still has a glow to it. If you want to meet her, you can.
It's just a stem, so it's not the wheat anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll have to regrow that wheat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that if I gnaw
Never mind then.
Well, I don't believe the weed itself is what was magical or mystical in any way. It was this spot the weed was growing from that gave it its power.
Well, I mean, we can always bring the stem back to Villager Town once we get the goddess resurrected. Might be a holy item.
I believe it should remain here.
Or we should leave it here.
Yes.
So
Or it's a respectful place. Like
replant.
I know that's a lot. That's coming from an atheist, but I do believe it should stay here.
GM, since Milk Thistle has had a chance to rest, am I still limited by the 24-hour restrictions on drinking from Mirror as well?
Yes, you're still restricted by that particular one, but you can reset your spells if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, spells are reset. But it has not been 24 hours. Okay. So to my knowledge, the only other thing we were considering doing was searching down the well, because running water means underground caves. Of course, they're underground caves. It means caves. Should we pursue our next destination, or should we explore a little bit more? Because I have breathe water prepared.
Yeah, might as
I
well
think-
check out that area.
Yeah, might as well check it out.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
If there was loot, we could use it for future.
Duck, do you feel like doing some spelunking?
Duck is still asleep.
Duck.
And then her eyes open like that one episode of Pony where Pinkie Pie just opens her eyes suddenly.
Ding! Oh my gosh!
And she's so late on the uptake.
We saw the Moon Princess!
Shh. Duck.
Hi.
We need to be careful about what we say out loud for now.
Sorry.
But did you want to do some spelunking?
What's that?
It's where you go underground.
She thinks a little bit.
That sounds kind of scary.
It might be a bit scary, but everyone here looks out for each other.
Um, yeah, but you guys are a lot tougher than I am.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't take her along on too much. We don't quite know what we'll run into.
Probably safer for her on the ship.
Or if we get her back home where she can be with the druids again.
And there's something. Sorry.
Go ahead and finish your thought. I'm still thinking.
There are those
But-
ruins I'd like to check out on the way back. It's over by Maymay's Reach.
But if we don't let her go down, she'll never get tougher.
I don't want to get tougher. I just want to see Nightshine again. Gosh.
Not a character. Duck is only a guest character. We don't want
Yeah.
to like.
That's my character's way of thinking. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, my character's way of thinking is she does not want to put herself in life-threatening situations anymore. She wants to see Nightshine and have kids. goddammit. Like,
Oh, if you knew where Nightshine was.
Well, until you left.
Well, Duck, you have been immensely helpful to us. Thank you.
Gosh. Think nothing of it. And she gives you a hug.
Milkfist will go stiff as a board again.
Wow, you really got to get better at this if you're going to go into a fancy dungeon place.
Bird sort of gives a smile under his helm, and he's like, well, he doesn't do physical affection very well.
Yes, I learned from a very early age that touches can be very dangerous for different reasons. But and when he says "but," he relaxes just slightly enough to lift his leg and pat you on the head. I appreciate the affection.
Yes.
Please release me now.
Okay.
and then she totally does.
Thank you.
She's got to work on hugs with this lad. Oh God.
Speaking of hugs, what that Moon Princess says true that you have lots of love in your heart?
Yeah.
Alexander will give a playful poke.
I believe we should watch our words carefully until we are far from this place.
Very well.
What the Moon Princess said about love?
No, please let us stay off that topic until we are far from this place.
Mm-hmm.
I'll answer all your questions once we're in a safe location. All right. Well,
So, are you going to go back to the ship?
I think we should return Duck back to Maymay's Reach so she can reunite with her husband.
Yes.
How long does the ship take to get there and back again?
It was about 2-ish days.
It was like day and a half, 2 days to fly from Maymay's Reach to here, so probably 2
Can we
days to
just
get
have
back.
the ship go on a return trip without us?
Yeah,
We Splunk?
if you want to send the ship off just to drop off Duck for you, and you guys explore.
Well, what else did we need to explore?
The underground.
Well,
I think it would be best if we escorted Duck back just to ensure she arrives safely.
Yes. I was
And-
gonna say. Sorry.
I was going to say, and the Moon Princess never really indicated that anything else here was special, only that other place.
If there is anything underground here, we can return and search for it at another time.
Yeah.
But I do believe once we drop off Duck, we should return to Villa Town.
What are your thoughts of Villa Town?
Villa Town is a religious place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's where the All Seasons Temple is located.
Yeah.
That's where I got married 7 times.
But there's
As
also, or go ahead. Em.
Now you go, you.
There is something very important we need to retrieve. We don't have to stay there long, but we do at least need to pick it up.
Yes.
Don't say it.
Mhm.
Alright. To the ship then.
Yep.
I believe once we're in the air, we'll be able to speak more freely. So let's be on our way.
All right.
Come along, Duck. Let us take you back home.
Boing, boing, boing. Her archetype is Mystic Prancer, so she's got prance.
She's got the zoomies.
You got the Zeus.
So she prances along. Alright, so let me bring you all to the ship.
And Captain Swift Gadget is probably passed out drunk by now.
I mean, you can pretty much guarantee she's in a constant state of drunkenness.
Mm. Well, probably a bucket of water over our head will quickly fix that.
Do
I
you
mean-
really have a face of wrath?
I mean, she's conscious. Because
She can probably fly us up to altitude, but she'll want to sleep for the night.
I mean,
And,
it is 3:30, so you can get some travel out of her for today.
Okay. And yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So I'm expecting some travel, but I brought you over to this map so you can discuss what you want to discuss in private, so you know you're safe.
So yeah, Milk Thistle will let her know it's time to go back to Maymay's Reach, and then once we're up and moving, Milk Thistle would call a meeting, and he'll take it below deck.
Alright.
Everyone below deck. You coming, Duck?
The crew below deck.
Wishful
Yeah.
looks at little Duck. Are you coming below with us?
Yes, I just don't know where below is.
Oh, just down here. As she points down the deck here.
Gosh, it was almost like it was right in front of me. Okay, let's go.
And that will zoom you over to the other side.
And you can take a chair right there, Duck.
There it is.
Yeah, it's over here. So maybe ping you over. There you go.
Oh, yeah. You're so small. I was waiting for your icon to show up, and I was like zoomed out. So I just
There we go. All right,
Oh.
so
Wishful will sit here actually.
Yeah.
do we have a spell handy that can stop scrying right now?
No.
No. Well, we'll have to take our chances with this. All right. So, Burned, Metal Banana, we met the Moon Princess. I was expecting us to find this missing god, but the golden wheat was actually a clue left behind by the Moon Princess. So, we will be traveling to Dragon's Peak, and Milk Thistle will pull out his map, showing their current location on the edge of the forest, and then show it down to Dragon's Peak. And then he'll measure over. So we'll be traveling to Maymay's Reach first to drop off Duck. Travel to Villa Town for a pickup. Spend no more than a day there. And then start making our way to Dragon's Peak. Much like the... what was the last mountain called that we climbed? Like Heaven's Peak or something?
The ever-reaching hoof.
Much like the ever-reaching hoof, it is likely going to be an arduous journey, but something we're already prepared for since we have our gear.
I think
So apparently-
the main thing we have to actually worry about would be lots of dragons.
Yes.
and apparently we're supposed to keep love in our heart.
Once we enter the dungeon.
No, you gotta do it all the time.
Oh my.
Well, certainly...
I'm Metu has his face like, are you serious?
You're not, Mr. Milk Thistle.
And she like holds on her hips like despondent mother.
You can't just turn love on and off. That's not how it works.
I wasn't suggesting I did.
Just gotta think a little bit.
I don't know. Your wording sounded like you thought it did.
It was merely a technicality. The love in our hearts is most important once we enter the dungeon. But yes, I imagine having concerns for those important to us is important all the time, as you say.
And she smiles. She's happy with that.
Also, if we continue down this road, we will be making enemies out of Kara. So it's not likely we'll get her help.
I mean,
Well,
in fairness, she probably didn't like you much anyway, because you kind of beat up some of her follower people.
well, to see her, we literally had to sacrifice a willing follower. So no, thank you.
Well,
Yeah, no.
it also sounds like they kind of don't want to hurt us, so we need to be careful. They
Course.
might try and hurt others in place of
Yeah.
us.
Uh, yeah, that's why we should keep any personal lives secret.
Looking at the map, when we return duck to Mei Mei's Reach, it will not take much time to travel to Silver Dream. We have our invitation from the Arch Sorceress. Perhaps we should answer it since we'll be close. And we have a small brief moment before we continue on our journey.
This is true.
And it would be a straight line from there to Dragon's Peak, pretty much.
But remember, it's important for us to travel to Villatown. So, from our current location to Mei Mei's Reach, to Silver Dream, to Villatown, and then finally to Dragon's Peak.
Right.
Save any other incidents that might come up in the meantime.
Bird, throughout all this, he's looking at the map and he's being relatively quiet, almost as if he's in thought, and he's staring at it. The path in particular. He isn't really saying much.
Okay.
Something on your mind, Bernd?
Well, Dragon's Peak, is that where we were told to go by the Moon Princess?
Yes.
It was.
And did she say anything else that would be about this lost god?
The place where we're going is called the Dungeon of Misery.
Okay, keep love in our hearts. That's to the dungeon of misery.
Sounds like sounds like Kara might have been despondent and jealous when it came down to this god being worshipped, whereas she wasn't.
We don't know that for sure, but it was a matter of jealousy. The god we're searching for is a god of love, and Kara seems to have perverted that love by some measure.
So what you're saying? It can and potentially get a better a goddess and screw over a bad one.
I don't seek to screw over any god, because inviting the ire of a god is well beyond our reach.
Well, we're gonna screw with if we go along with this. So
That's true, but it would be wise not to think of a god as your enemy.
Indeed.
Just bear in mind we will be working against her, and we will not receive her favor. However, the Moon Princess has declared that the god we save will likely be very thankful and more than willing to aid us in our fight against the Stag Lord. And that in the future, once we've accomplished this task, the Moon Princess will know once the god of love is free, and we will meet again in the future. Likely at her discretion, but we will see.
And knowing how certain gods can be, I can't say much for this other goddess of love who was made to be lost, but she's likely gonna have some strong words for Kara when she gets back.
As long as long as she like do, doesn't like tell me to worship a god, then we I then we should get along just fine.
Agreed. There is one thing I'd like to check near May's Reach. It's on the Central Island. But while I'm doing that, you all could take Duck back home.
Duck, I have a question actually.
Quiet.
How well defended was May's Reach since you've been there?
Um,
And she thinks.
I mean, there's a lot of druids.
Hmm.
Look, have you ever seen a gardener with shears? They're scary.
You have been protected there for a while. Perhaps I should send lightning as well.
And she gets a big old smile.
Gosh, I do remember Lightning. They really liked my hugs. You should.
Well, perhaps it'd be best. I mean, as it sounds like they, well, would probably likely come for her. I mean, they did indicate. Well, the two sisters indicated that should we continue that whatever protection or agreement you had with them was over.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you don't say out loud, other than what we said now, where she is, then no one should know. Or, well, I suppose scrying on them might be possible, but the druids might have something to stop that from happening.
Yes, and they're probably the best people that even Kara might not want to attack.
You said it's that the Kala Temple might go after our loved ones wishful.
It's possible. I mean, one of the sisters indicated they knew that our mission was, and they said they wouldn't have killed us. So it sounds like they obviously want to stop us, but might do things to scare us away rather than like stop us.
And attacking our loved ones would definitely do that.
It would be best as to know how much the Kala Temple actually knows about us.
They have insurgents and prying ears all over the place.
All temples do. So that is no surprise. But if you are concerned about the safety and well-being of your families, leaving them in a safe location with enough resources to support themselves is likely a well-thought idea. And this arch-sorceress in Silver Dream, she is indeed powerful. She might be able to help us further, if we gain her favor.
Yes, I was thinking about that, but I know Lightning wouldn't want to stay at Silver Dreams.
I can't say much for...
And,
Sorry.
and I don't have the best relationship with sorcerers.
You seem to not have. You seem to not like sorcerers and gods. Metal Banana. Is there anybody else?
Let's just. Go ahead.
I was going to say, is there anybody else you don't get on with very well?
You'll just have to see it too. We'll see.
I can't really say about my family.
Duck looks at his banana person.
You better start loving people soon, mister.
Mrs.
Mrs.
What? It's a myth. Oh, you meant me.
Yeah.
What you said again? I was listening.
You better start loving people soon, Mister.
Mrs.
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 Well, we will see if we can get her to make friends. She's learning. I'm helping.
hmm It took time for her to come to befriend me. That's for dang sure. Bird gives sort of a shit-eating grin at that.
And she's starting to get a little better with gods.
A little.
Eh, we'll have that a lot in no time flat.
You definitely you don't want to hear what I would have said to the Moon Princess,
And that's why we didn't invite you to eat the bread.
and that's why I volunteered to not eat the bread.
I mean, we needed to keep watch over our friends anyway.
Did
So, I
oh,
suppose
that's a
we
good question. We didn't ask. Did you have any uninvited guests, or was it all okay?
Uh, no, it seemed to be pretty calm. There was no intruders. The only thing that really intruded were the wildlife, and they knew to stay away.
I didn't see anything that could have threatened us.
Oh, that's good. I was I was worried, but obviously when we woke up and you guys seemed fine, then I assumed it was all fine. But I thought I asked just in case.
Fair enough. Well, I suppose we should get this flight underway then.
Very well, to Mame's Reach.
To Maymay's Reach.
And yeah, Alexander will head to the room to tell Lynan about his plan to keep her there with Duck.
She's on the other side of the door, so I imagine she's eavesdropping.
All right.
Probably.
Wow, Lightning, you sound different.
Just listening in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Ah, welcome back.
Back.
All right. So you're going to begin traveling back.
Mhm.
All right. So it's bringing us over to the map. Hopefully the blackness hasn't reset for everybody. We'll see. We shall see.
Yeah.
I predict it has. We'll find out in 46%.
All right. Well, it hasn't for me, but that doesn't seem to say much.
Wow, the loading times have gotten a bit better.
Oh, that's good.
100%, and still taking a few seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, while this is loading in, Milk Thistle would offer Duck some tea once the meeting is over.
She will sip.
Okay. So yeah, we're having some really nice jasmine tea. So Duck, what did you think of your adventure?
Gosh, that was really wild.
It'll certainly be a fun story to share with Nightshell, won't it?
Gosh, I probably shouldn't tell him that I went on another adventure. He'd probably get mad at me.
Sometimes it's good to keep secrets.
Oh, shh. We don't talk about it here.
And then she sips her tea again. She's like trying to mimic your tone of voice in the cave.
Yeah, it hasn't gone black. Huzzah.
Woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
Right. Your token is here.
I burn my tongue.
Right. You guys can travel 8 hexes today.
8 hexes. Okay, let's see.
Right. Vern, where exactly did you want to go? Because it sounded like you wanted to go by yourself.
Well, it's gonna be, as far as I know, there's like some ruins like near these hexes, either near here or like somewhere around here.
It was here you're thinking of.
Yeah. So he's just mostly gonna be like going in, like checking out the ruins.
Well, that's not going to be in the direction we're planning because we're going to go to Silver Dream afterwards. So we won't be able to. Well, it'll be out of our way to swing back to get you.
Yeah, that's true.
And it wouldn't be wise to go by yourself.
If we could get an aerial view at least, and like see what the ruins look like from above as we pass by.
I would have thought that would probably be okay. We can come down low and fly over.
Yeah.
We can just tell the captain to go a little lower.
Yeah. And once we deal with what we need to, if we head back this way in the future, we can always stop.
Yeah, if we have time.
Yeah, of course.
I will be right back.
Okie dokie.
Right. I'm guessing you need a D100?
Yes, for D100 for the distance you've travelled, it will probably be very not likely. Yep. Alright, with that, you guys will travel. Well, we'll travel that far and settle in for some rest until the morning, so it's good to dawn. Today it is 7 degrees and clear skies. For yous who use crazy temperatures.
They're called freedom units, thank you.
Crazy temperatures, yep. Grade to Fahrenheit. 7.2. That will be 44 Fahrenheit, almost 45 Fahrenheit.
A little bit chilly, but not hard temperatures.
And what time is it? Oh, it's let's go hour and get you at 7. Well, yeah, we'll go for 8 preparing, getting the captain up, dragging her out of bed, and everything else like that. Alright, so you can move 16 hexes, but I believe you want to stop at the ruins, so you can fly there and stop.
Yeah, we're gonna stop there and like overhead we're gonna take a aerial view. What does the ruins look like?
So, there you go, you can see on the map. And it's there. Alright, so as you come down low, people can either roll knowledge engineering, knowledge history, or if you happen to have a profession or craft skill or something else that you feel might help you with identifying or working out stuff to do with ruins from the air. But obviously knowledge history will potentially give you, you might recognise something, will give you a bit about history. Obviously engineering will tell you a bit about the structures, what's left and that sort of thing.
What is Milk Thistle's how many ranks does he, what's his total for history, if he has any?
0 ranks, he's only got a +1.
Ah.
Yeah, he put ranks in knowledge nobility.
I fell into that trap too.
Which have history?
Your lady cleric, she might know a thing or two.
Right.
I actually do have 2 ranks in history, so.
Oh, well, yeah, go ahead and look. It's best to use players before NPCs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 ranks in engineering.
Alright, so that's as many ranks as I have in history. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wishful doesn't, oh no, she does have 4. She's better with history than she is engineering.
Okay. Well, we both can do it, so.
Alright, yeah.
Oh.
I'll roll my knowledge engineering just to see.
So you pass down low as you look at it. The two of you sort of, as you're looking over it, you don't really, nothing comes to mind or anything like that as you pass down low and start flying over it. Wishful's obviously looking at it carefully as well, and she suddenly then pipes up, "Oh, oh! I think I recognise it. I think
What
this
is it?
is the. I'm sure I read some books and stuff. This might be one of the first settlements that ponies made when they tried to settle the island to begin with.
Huh.
I think. I I'm trying to remember what happened. I don't think it was anyone really new. I think it just they went and settled, and then it kind of no one reported
Vanished?
back.
Huh.
I mean, obviously ponies went back again later on, but they never went back to the original settlement. They went elsewhere.
Uh,
I see.
I see. Out of character, I'm getting some major Roanoke vibes from this.
And what did I miss?
Uh, we're doing a low fly over the ruins, and we all have some pretty Roanoke vibes from it. The colonial marine, or not marines, what am I saying? The colonial settlers all settled on this one island, and just overnight they vanished. So that, yeah, Burnt sort of blinks a bit and says they no messengers ever found any of the ponies living in this area, or they all just vanished.
Oh, let me think. Hmm. She starts trying to think carefully. What I think is it was discovered again once it kind of stopped messaging, which is why we had some why I think I read a book about somebody who uh, what was it? I can't remember their name, but I believe it was only investigated. Uh, it was only investigated very minimally, as I think there was some sort of like strong uh, negative vibe felt by the members, I think.
Hmm.
But there are some rumours that speak of, well, apparently distant calls of the long dead that don't sound at peace, I think was mentioned as well. So, I mean, whatever happened down there might have not necessarily been the most pleasant.
This is, I won't lie, that's kind of troubling.
Well, I mean, I mean, well, yeah, I suppose yes, very much so. But the whole island is a little bit troubling with what's on it and everything.
This is true. Alright, well, let's get to Maymay's Reach. I suppose I could inquire around the area.
Well, yeah, I suppose those of Mare's Reach must know about it. They live on the island. And they probably explored it or went and had a look.
Alright.
All right. You get to move another 6 hexes,
Alright.
I believe.
6.
Ooh. So you can attempt to convince the captain to push on a little bit more, just to make it that last little distance.
Yeah, let's try to convince her.
Right. How would you wish to go about convincing?
Say, would you like 2 extra hours with Duck?
Oh man,
I
that's
mean,
mean.
I will have to ask then, Duck. What have you been doing with the drunken captain who's sailing the ship?
Probably encouraging him to drink more and getting exceptionally drunk herself.
She's more than happy to have another night of that then.
Oh, sake.
I'm a bad influence.
Unfortunately, your husband will have to wait another day before he gets to see you.
If you can come up with another good convincing argument to push her on, then she will.
Alright, I will be right back momentarily.
Just like imagine as like Matt was reading a book. Oh, Duck is behind us. Like, what you reading? Hey, what's that?
No, he's gotten into the alcohol.
The captain will definitely be teaching you more rude songs and words.
Oh my
Oh, boy.
gosh, that's so lewd. Why would you ever call somebody a dick?
Did we already promise her a ring of substance?
I think you might have. I can't remember. You haven't provided one yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have not. I suggested someone depart with theirs, but no one's did that. So.
Well, I mean, we only have 2 amongst us already, and the people who have them don't stay up all night. Naturally.
I mean, if you can't think of anything, you can just make a straight diplomacy check to try and convince her if you want to.
Yeah, let's do that. I am blanking at the moment. So.
Because that's
Yeah,
what
we could-
diplomacy is for.
Blind?
No, because you will know the results pretty quickly if you pass or fail. 25. Okay. You are convincing enough to push her on a little bit more. Because it's only going to be probably a hex and a bit. She... oh, where is the... Oh, no. Yeah, you're still over there. Yeah, 7. Yeah, 7 hex. Yeah, so 1 extra hex. It's not that difficult to push her on for it. So, yes, she will go that 1 little extra bit.
Alright. Well, since we're dropping off Duck, I should also talk to the head of the village, see if I can get Lightning a place to stay.
Alright, before that, I need a D100 roll.
Alright. I can do that one.
Okay. No crazy adventures for flying travel today. So, you will, coming for landing once again, you do once again have an armed group of Pegasi that come up and to check you out, but the moment it becomes clear that it's you guys, they do, kind of follow you into the settlement, but they don't come spears drawn like they did last time.
Yeah.
Well, they were initially, but then they realise it's you guys returning, so they more of a sort of escort fly back. But even though you guys fly a bit faster, but the captain does slow down to come in for a landing. Without too much difficulties, she will hover above a suitable spot within Mermaid's reach. So you guys can rope down and, well, explore the town if you wish, and or spend the night down there as well.
Ah, probably a good idea for at least Alexandrite to spend the night, because like I said, I want to talk to the chieftain, see if I can get light in a place to stay for the however long that we need.
Yeah, we can stay the night. Bird is gonna use knowledge local when he gets the opportunity to ask around about the room settlement.
Ah, so asking around is actually a diplomacy check rather than knowledge local, because the knowledge check is testing your own knowledge rather than asking.
All right. Diplomacy, you said.
Yep.
All right. So this is gonna be blind.
Yep. No, you won't be.
Oh.
I can reveal it anyway. Because it's asking information, so it's one of those things where if you're asking, you know if you get an answer back, basically.
All right.
So, you go asking around as the evening goes. The kind of response that you get from everybody is they are aware of the place, and at least some of them are. Not everybody sort of knows exactly what you're talking about, but those who seem to be at least a little bit more in the know tell you should stay away from the place. There's there's evil there, basically. That's all you really you get. They also tell you it's also unsafe to go out into the woods as well. There are demonic creatures that roam it.
Urge the smite rising.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Okay, so we know that the Chaos Knights started here at Maymay's Reach,
Yes.
but my question is, I don't think it was the runes. It could be that rune settlement, but at the same time, the odds are kind of slim. You know what? Bird is gonna go into the. Is there a library here?
No. Anything which is shared within song, story, or of that sort of record.
All right. He's gonna go and listen to a few songs and some and a couple of stories by the locals, just to like see if he can't gain any sort of insight.
Generally speaking, the won't necessarily be talking about or sharing about things that you particularly are after, unless you try and bring the subject round or steer things that way. It's not really going to happen just on its own naturally.
All right, no worries. You know what? Yeah, he'll mingle with a couple of the with the seers, and he'll he'll ask them if they know anything about the Chaos Knights that were originally begun out here, and he's gonna like
Okay.
yeah, depending on what they tell him, he's willing to share like the stories.
Oh, so they're more than happy to share some stories in regards to the chaos. The, what is it called?
Chaos Knights.
It's not the Chaos Knights.
Chaos Hunters.
The Chaos
Oh.
Hunters. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know we combine them with the Death Knight or the Hell Knights.
Yeah.
Chaos Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no,
But-
Hell Knights.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So they quite happily go into the story of obviously when Mermaid's Reach was first founded. That basically the Evergreen's low water forest was very much a dangerous place for all that were here. but it was a for anyone who was not trained in the art of survival. Um, um, Originally, the settlement was just a simple band of druids and rangers, as well as a very few numbers of nature lovers who wanted to live in a place far away from society. But one of their great leaders, a Pegasus druid by the name of Maymain, who devoted herself to protecting nature and combating chaos. She became one of the very first chaos hunters, um, destined to clash with such designed to clash with such forces with all her fury. Um, she often received visions which proved true. One of her visions came in the dead of night. Maymain was already awake and alert, and she and her followers were able to battle against the minions of chaos as she flew from skirmish to skirmish. Her brand blazed across the night sky, though she would surrender her life in the battle, but it was won. Her final wishes was for her followers to remain, defend the forest against further attacks, and train future warriors of law and truth. And basically, since then, the town has expanded very slowly, and the surrounding areas are kept safe. And the town does welcome those who were willing to listen to nature's lessons. Should they wish to come, or for the odd time where those who wish to learn to fight chaos and defend the settlement.
I see.
You would learn that Mermaid's Reach is one of the more key locations where chaos hunters often come from, or those who find their destiny leading them to be a chaos hunter will bring them here. They are using the word chaos hunter rather than what you were using was chaos knights, so you do get a sense it's probably something slightly different, but it's obviously linked in.
Yeah. Do they, is there a resting spot for May? I wish to give my thanks and my, what is it I'm thinking of? Tribute, that's what I'm thinking of.
They will tell you that she is all around us. She is now one with the town as she returned to the earth.
Ah, I see. With that, he'll give a respectful bow before heading off to rejoin with the others.
All right. Did anyone else? Somebody else wanted to do something particular here?
Yeah, I was looking for the chieftain or the leader to see if I can get some refuge for my poor pregnant,
Right.
not quite wife yet.
So there is a sort of council of elders that overlook this settlement. So they would be the kind of brackets chieftain.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'll seek to have a meeting with them.
So I mean, wouldn't be too much issue given your stature, your current glowing condition. You will learn that the very old Pegasus that you met last time has passed away since you last visit, and there has been a slight change in the council as a new person who's kind of taken the position of head of the council that he once had.
My condolences. He helped us out last time we were here.
Mm. They would indicate that he has continued his journey within by going back to nature, basically. But once you explain your plight, I assume you probably don't give too much details, but you give
Yeah.
enough. They would be more than happy to grant her a place to stay.
Alright. With that, I will say thank you and help
the,
get her ready.
the payment in return
Mhm.
is you will have to once you have finished what you are doing, you would have to give 5 years of protection to the settlement. And obviously, in that time, you and Lightning are more than welcome to both stay. Well, she's more welcome to stay in that time as well.
I will do. I will agree to this. Yes.
Oh, obviously, should you survive
Yeah.
the coming apocalypse.
Mhm.
Well, they wouldn't use the word apocalypse. They would say
The end times.
no. They would use the coming shadow.
Well, it's my job as a paladin of the sun to drive off the shadows. So, of course, I will do what I can to help.
They give a nod, and then with that, then you are allowed to go on your way.
All right.
And Lightning will be given a place to stay.
Yeah. I'll probably just stick around to help get her settled.
I mean, I don't think she'd be. I mean, I think somewhat she'd be okay with this, but not 100%, because it's basically just lots of trees and druids and rangers and stuff. So,
Duck's gonna take up midwifery.
it might not necessarily be her first place of wanting to stay, as I think she was more of a city type of pony.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah, needs
cities
must.
yeah.
I don't think she
The
would.
only other place I could have thought to keep her safe was the dwarven cities, but that was like a little too far out of her way.
Yeah.
And a little bit run down too.
Actually, the inside of it's very nice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just get past the evil and the still rotting flesh smell.
I don't know. There's nothing like that in the dwarven city.
Oh, you meant the actual city. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what
No.
dwarven city did you go to?
Now if we're dealing, now if it was
the one full of ghouls and affected dwarves.
Oh, that place. Yes, the ruined settlement there.
Yeah.
Now if we were talking Duragar, then yeah, that would be totally accurate to them.
No, I was talking about the one by the Everfreeze Forest.
Yeah. But no, that's fine. Did anyone else have any desires while they were here?
Oh yes, Duck is going to bring the potted plant to the druids.
Oh yeah, the wheat.
The wheat.
Thank you, Doug.
Oh yes, I did think about the wheat. Okay, so when you were travelling, come the morning, of the first day after you left, the stem of the wheat was no longer glowing. It just looked like ordinary wheat at that point.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah, but you still bring it to the druids, because obviously it was magical in nature at one point. Um, but from them examining it and looking over it, um, all they would be able to conclude at this point is it's just ordinary wheat or wheat stem, and there's not really anything they can do. If you have any seeds, they could grow the some wheat from it, but obviously you used all that to make bread.
Yes.
We do have the fake wheat that the rogues tried to push on us still.
Well, I mean, they didn't realize it was fake either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They totally did. They literally replaced it so we wouldn't find the stuff that we needed.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised they had fake wheat on them just for that. Like,
like I said, they probably they probably ate the original and stored a fake one.
yeah, we ate the original.
Yeah, like they didn't destroy it.
Yeah, that's how we got our pot dream.
But
Well,
yeah.
the original before that.
Well,
Yeah, there was only the one wheat.
mm-hmm. The one wheat.
Perhaps it did regrow, I suppose. I mean, it does grow wheat.
That's what I assumed would happen under the boards. It would grow.
Right. Well, I suppose we should head on to Silver Tree now.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Duck? Because this is where where they leave you.
She's gonna wave, 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 wave. Bye, 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 bye.
Goodbye, Duck.
Goodbye. It was fun.
It was dangerous.
Hey, sometimes danger can be fun.
It was not fun because it was dangerous.
That we can both agree on, Duck.
Well, regardless, it was nice having you again.
Oh yes, hugs all around. Hug,
Oh.
hug, 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 hug.
Yeah, Wishful Pen will definitely give you a hug.
Slug will give a hug as well.
Metsu like stiffs up as you hug her.
Oh yes.
But-
The ones who stiffen up get extra hugs. So Milk Thistle
He
and
does
Banana.
hugs, but tries not to poke you with his spiky armor.
Ah, very well. Milk Thistle and Banana get extra large hugs because they get all stiff.
I don't like physical contact.
Well, I think you two would make really good friends.
She gestures between Milk Thistle and Banana.
I'll take that as a compliment.
We're trying, Duck. Thank you. You may release me now.
Okay.
The vice grip is released. And then she prances off into the night like the face she is. Boing, boing, boing.
Okay, okay, that settles it. I'm getting hugged by smaller creatures is way worse than a big one.
All right.
Well,
So
at least nothing tried to eat you yet.
Mm-hmm.
very true. I don't think anything will try and eat you now, Alex, with spiky armor.
Yeah, if they do, I can always just set fire to myself.
Probably
Unless
give indigestion.
unless I'm made of fire.
That's true. You don't want to set
Unless
fire
they're
to
made of
something
fire.
fire resistant. All right. Let's. With that, you guys will rest the evening. and look to set off the next day. Sadly, we've got some more torrential rains for today.
And more chances for metal to slip on it.
But it is warmer, but not too much. The temperature is 9.4 degrees Celsius or 48 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's raining and it's warm. That's worst combination.
Oh yeah.
It's not that warm.
Muggy and rainy.
It's 48 degrees. That's kind of chilly.
Yeah, it's not that warm.
I was gonna say I live in Canada, so
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
For
I get-
Canadians, that's t-shirt
yeah.
weather.
Yeah. I think the degrees, the degrees is like different into Australia and everywhere else.
Mhm.
I mean, do you use Celsius or do you use Fahrenheit?
We use degrees.
So it'd
I
probably be
use
Celsius.
Kelvin.
So it would be 9.4 degrees Celsius.
Okay. That is like,
Wait.
that would be considered like, death. Like you would die from the actual heat. That's how hot it is.
What? Just
What?
9.4?
Yeah, 94.
what?
Like,
Not
No,
94.
94, 9.4.
Yeah, 9.4.
oh, 9.4. Okay. That's actually pretty cold, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
94 degrees Celsius is like almost 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Of
Yeah.
course. Oh,
Yeah, I did not hear the point part, sorry.
That's okay.
I need to find a meme quickly.
Oh, is
How
it
long
the
is it going to take? 6 to 9 months. 69 months? No, 6 to 9 months. That's pretty much the conversation we did.
629 months.
Yeah.
Oh dear. All right, so I suppose back to the Everglow map. I mean,
Hooray.
Duck, you're more than welcome to stay with us if you wish to listen in, but they are
we-
abandoning you now.
Are we about
Okay.
to wrap things up?
Well, we probably, well, at least with Duck, but we can at least get to Silver Dream before we finish.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave now. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you here. Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh. All right, so
So
we're going
you
to
continue on to Silver
Go ahead,
Dream.
James. Yes. All right, we need to head southeast.
So
Like
I don't know
more
if you
south.
Silver Dream is just about here-ish. You should be able to reach there in a day.
Alright.
You can move 8 squares and then you can obviously re-evaluate. Alright,
Huh.
so you want to head sort of over in... Ooh, can't ping. Yeah. Over in this direction.
All right, that was 8 squares. Do we need a D100?
Yeah. No, you're all fine.
Alright.
Yeah. And then one more will be 5 squares.
Alright. Have you ever been to Silver Dream, Milk Thistle?
Milk Thistle has not. He's only heard of the shenanigans Alexandra got into.
Alright, and I don't think... Actually, I think only Alex has been to Silver Dream.
Yeah, out of this party, I was gonna say Amethyst has also been here, but
I think Wishful might have been? No.
no,
No.
I don't believe so.
No, she was hired afterwards to help you to the desert, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you only went to this place on your way to go and find the Queen's resting place.
hmm Which we we picked up the captain here. That's
Yes, this is where the captain was found in a bar. Surprisingly not.
yeah. But yeah, we took the river from here to Meme's Reach because the ship couldn't fly then.
Yes. But what the captain will do is she will bring it down into the water and sail the boat in rather than fly it in, just so it's not so obvious you guys have a flying ship.
I don't think it's necessary to keep it secret. Silver Dream is likely very well connected. They're more than aware that we have a flying ship.
She turns around and goes, "Yeah, but you don't know about the thief guilds going on in there. They'll try and get hold of one of these things and steal it underneath our noses if we let them. They're best just think it's a wreck of a ship like they thought when I was last here."
Alexandra would know that is smart, considering the last time we were here, the Thieves Guild did this to my ear. He kind of wiggles his cut off ear.
Ooh,
Mm.
Well, if you're concerned about the well-being of your ship and crew, you can drop us off north of town. We can walk the rest of the way.
Then I guess it's best to keep our valuables tight.
All right. Find the old map.
Yeah.
This is an old style map.
It is.
I don't think I've been on a map like this since. Oh man, what was the system we used before Foundry? Roll20?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 years ago. Wow.
I just had to delete a load of old tokens off it.
Lightning, what are you doing here?
uh,
Nightshine!
Who are you again?
I don't know.
Oh no, we traveled back in time.
We're fine.
Are these your friends?
I don't know what that is there for, and I don't know why there's a ship over here in the middle of.
Was that the our ship when we blew up the dock?
No, because you used it to sail out into the water.
I'm also more concerned about this ship over here.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to work out what that ship would be. So I'm just about to delete it because I'm pretty sure there's no ship there. All right, so you guys will come in on your little ship and will dock. The captain basically aims for her previous spots opposite the drunken mare, and the crew basically go to set about. I'm just going to just say making land is I think the term, but
The bar is literally called Drunken Man.
yeah, that's where they found her.
That's some good
Oh,
foreshadowing.
convenient.
Alright. How is the dock since last time we were here, Nightshine threw a fireball at them?
There's no sign that a fireball was thrown at the docks.
Then,
How many angry looks are we getting?
Not really getting any angry looks as far as you're aware. Because you guys did sort of like sail out in like at night time, I believe. Because you kind of like got into the fighting ring, fought your way out, ran all the way over here, jumped in the boat and sailed off. Or it might have been early morning.
So
Yeah,
Are
it
we-
was early morning.
Are we permitted to approach the city beyond the city walls? Like, is no one challenging us before we dock?
No, the ship is allowed to come into dock. When you step out onto the shore, you are asked to basically pay a docking fee of 20 gold.
Pretty cool.
Milk Thistle pulls out 2 platinum coins and passes it over.
They'll go, there was a word about this ship causing trouble, so there's an increased fee of for it to dock here at the moment.
Are you the dock master?
not the master, but
Then you
hopefully
can be on your way.
if
We've
he
paid
needs.
the fee.
All right. He heads off.
Um, I'm like to Alexander, you seem to know this place the best. Like, what advice do you have for the rest of us?
Uh, well, let's just say I would just like to get to the Citadel and get out as quick as possible.
Understood.
Agreed.
Where is Amethyst?
She's with you because she wants to go into the Citadel. I forgot about that.
Yeah, my invitation still stands. 'Cause
I don't think Milk Thistle was bringing a +1. No, he wasn't. Just Alexandra. But Alexandra would reiterate his warning that, she is a guest of ours and she is to conduct herself in a way that does not embarrass us.
She nods and will follow you wherever you guys go.
all right. So
Um,
yeah, Alexandra's just gonna head straight to the Citadel.
Yep. So literally straight across through the central, round the other. So I'll use this because I don't think you can see my thing. So you're basically going down here, round,
Yeah.
round, and through the front, or attempt to go through the front.
Alexander is gonna keep on a lookout in case like any people are looking at him. But obviously people are looking at him, but
You guys actually come. You actually. Oh no!
I
no.
would
Oh,
I would assume like Metu would get some looks because I don't think a knight from Northern Shield would be very popular here.
You
But
know,
we're glowing, so I imagine we're attracting all kinds of attention.
Oh god, yeah. The glowiness is probably what's going to attract attention rather than anything else upon your person.
yeah.
Everyone got cloaks, right?
We shouldn't be wearing the cloaks, remember?
Well, Milk Thistle still would. He would have his cowl pulled up closely around his face.
For what reason are we not allowed to wear cloaks?
I mean, it's not that we aren't allowed to, but I mean, concerning the fact that we're becoming saviors and that we're working towards saving Everglow, you would think that, the inhabitants would be interested in seeing who the ones working to saving their planet and their home are, yeah?
basically it would be counterproductive if we're seen sulking about. Skulking, that's the word I'm looking for.
Well, if most of the party members won't wear like a cloak, then I guess Meta won't bother either. She would still wear it, but she wouldn't.
Cover up.
But she wouldn't. But she wouldn't keep the hood up.
God, yeah, no, that's fine. So, the city Silver Dream seems to get its name from the silver colour that the all the buildings and the walls are made out of, as well as the large citadel in the centre of it, made clearly from some sort of silvery material, or perhaps it has silver inlined into the buildings. Though there does seem to be newer buildings constructed in and around and on top of around the city, so almost like they've had a bit of a population boom, and they've obviously hastily constructed additional buildings on top of the silver construction. So it's mostly wooden buildings on top of the silvery buildings themselves. As you're walking through, you will very much notice that this temple here is a temple to Blaze, and it very much seems very militaristic in regards to its temple, as well as sort of the large open areas, again carry a very militaristic aspect to it. You do see sort of ponies sort of marching and in formation, and at least by the Temple Blaze, this area here, almost like a training ground, rather than any like park or anything for people to train, and it's not like running; it's more like fighting training type thing, as well as obviously general athletics and stuff like that.
This is new to Alexandrite, right?
No, you knew about the Blaze Temple when it's the quite heavily militaristic stuff.
Okay.
Most of it was concentrated around the Citadel, but there was definitely very a strong thing to do with the Blaze Temple. Last time you were here, there was a heavy, there was a carnival going on, and there was a lot more of a festival going on. So you might not have seen as much of the militaristic side of it, because obviously they had more of the carnival on, but it was still there, just sort of left in the background. Based on obviously the because you went over the sort of like they had a plague going on down here, you recall, and there was quite a bit of a military presence cornering off that area there. So
Oh god, I remember the plague now.
yeah, that was kind of in one of their sort of more shanty town type areas. But the walls around the citadel do look very similar to that on the external walls. Very, very reinforced. Still carry the same silver. Look like it would be difficult to scale and attack if you were trying to attempt it. The citadel in the centre does tower up very high. Kind of thinking like if you think about the Crystal Empire, it kind of goes up like that. If you guys watched seen the Crystal Empire in MLP,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of has that feel.
Pretty sure we all did.
Yeah, that's fine. Not everybody might have done. As you approach the front gate, the front gate is not open, and there are two guards there who are very much standing guard either side. And as you clearly approaching, looking to obviously enter, one of them approaches and basically tells you the citadel is closed to anyone who wishes to enter, unless by invitation you are not allowed access.
We have an invitation.
Present your invitation.
Milk Thistle takes out the scroll and presents it to them.
They will take the scroll, they will look at it, they will fold it up, remain here while it is validated. It will only take a moment. He goes over to sort of obviously clearly what would be like the bit of a guardhouse there. The scroll is passed over to someone. After about 2 minutes or so, the scroll is passed back, and he will come over and goes, You are permitted entrance into the citadel. When the gates open, move towards the I don't think what they call it that. Move to the internal structure where you will be processed for access into the citadel. While in the citadel, you are to abide by all the rules. They will be explained once you have been processed.
Very well.
At that point, the portcullis is starting to be pulled up, and the internal gates, you would hear the mechanisms being basically put in place to pull the gates open. The portcullis doesn't open all the way. I know it has to for the gates to be pulled open. It's pulled all the way up. It does take a few minutes for it all to take place. At which point you are allowed to enter. you do hear the gates close behind you. As you walk in, you can see quite a pleasant looking garden all around, obviously, the grounds. It's very nice and pleasant. You are able to see various sort of guards scattered around, but there are also ponies walking around who are not in any proper military like dress, but they are clearly wearing robes that make them stand out as followers of Blaze. At least some of them, from what you can see. The building you are directed to is hard to miss. You literally would have to walk past it, and there are two ponies there, and oddly, there is also quite a large golem-looking creature, which actually is in the form of a pony that would very easily tower over any of you.
Is the pony an Antian?
No, it is. It looks like a golem, like a stone golem type thing.
Do we know what steel hearts are yet?
It's not a steel heart. It is literally a golem.
Okay. Is it the same golem that was in Villa Town when we were prepping for the fight with the humans?
You are uncertain. It could be the same one. It might be a different one. You're not sure.
Milk Thistle would, take note of all of this, but he continues on.
As you reach the gatehouse, you are once again stopped and goes, invitation, please.
Milk Thistle presents the invitation.
He has a look at it and goes, I see. Mistress will be informed of your arrival, and you will be taken to her once she permits it. For now, you are allowed to stay within the grounds and explore the citadel. There are certain areas that are restricted. Entering them is a sentence of death. Do not enter them.
Sorry, Discord was fucking up there. What did...
There are some restricted areas, and if you enter them, the sentence is death. Do not go in them.
Very well.
How do we know which one's restricted and which one's not?
You'll be given an escort. They will inform you if you are not to enter any particular area. Now, before you can enter, you will need to be given some identity cards to allow you to roam these premises. If you do not have them on you, then you will possibly be killed by the sentries. So do not lose it. If you step into the building, we will begin the process.
Alright.
So, as you're sort of going, they ask you your name. They also, oddly enough, ask you which deity you worship.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask here, does anyone lie?
Absolutely not.
I mean, I have no reason understanding why anyone would, but I'm asking the question anyway.
I mean, you read my character, so.
Well, I'm asking the question. You can say atheist to them if you want to, but I'm giving you guys can choose not to say that answer.
Okay.
What would anyone say anything other than the obvious?
I mean, Alexandra would probably say, both the Sun Queen and Blaze.
Okay.
Bird will say the nightmare.
Cool. So, no one's given a different answer to what I would have thought then. You're then, once you've obviously done that, you then are asked to stand in a... Oh. What's that?
I am gonna private message you something.
Oh, okay.
And we never seen Banana again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while I'm waiting for the promo message, as that obviously, once you write down the information you're doing, you're asked to step into a small sort of white room, which you wait for a moment, and suddenly there's a sort of a bit of a blinding flash, and then you're told to get out. Um, After the ordeal is done, you are given a bit of strain, well, like paper, but feels quite thicker, and it's kind of then attached to you or your what you're wearing. Uh, uh,
What magic is this?
um, it's then basically just attached to your person. I mean, if you wanted to, you probably could put it off and remove it. So it's nothing too fancy.
That was private, right?
No, it wasn't. I deleted it.
Oh shit! No.
I don't know if anyone else saw it, but
So what?
if you send
I totally did see it. Totally.
if you send it to me on
Yeah.
Discord, if you want to make sure it's definitely private, it's probably the best way.
It's
Yeah,
definitely not
that's,
going to be on. It's definitely not going to be on the stream that we can go back and rewatch here in a few minutes.
No, not at
Oh
all.
dear. Well, I just ruined my character secret. Fuck.
No, I don't think everyone saw it, but anyway, but no, that's fine. I saw it, but yeah, it is fine. Upon obviously you exiting, the person who's been speaking to you gestures towards a pony there and goes, "This will be your group's escort. He will ensure that you do not enter any restricted areas. Uh, if you are to remain with him at all times, if you move away or attempt to move away from him, or basically try and like escape his escorting, you will be he will inform the front desk, and you will be removed from the premises, despite your level of invitation." He then gestures to another pony who stood nearby. "This will be your personal escort," as he sort of starts talking to Wishful Pen. "If you lose your personal escort at any given time, you will be executed. Do not lose your personal escort." She sort of looks a bit like taken back that she was singled out and told that she can't lose her personal escort. Why do I have one? That seems a little extreme. "You are follower of Princess Luminance, and given their indication to share knowledge, you are under a special watch. Do not lose your escort." Okay. "You are now free to roam the grounds, as well as the citadel. Someone will summon you once the mistress is ready."
I just like stay behind the tall ponies. Is Alexandrite and Burns. For no reason.
I feel like if you walk off, then obviously your escorts do sort of follow
Yeah.
behind.
I do not walk off. I just like stay behind our bigger party members.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean,
Are we? Oh, I'm sorry to bring this up again. Are we reaching a stopping point soon?
yes, we can stop just here because obviously, yeah, it's an hour later for you guys, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we can stop here for the evening before you guys start to explore the citadel.
All right. This was a really good session today. Thank you for helping us meet another god. We didn't get any extra mythic power just yet, but I
I'm
think,
afraid not. It was another piece to the puzzle of what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah,
But
hopefully
but
it's
hey, another piece is what we wanted, right?
Hmm.
No, I wanted XP. I wanted to level up. Speaking of
Well,
which, did we earn any XP for solving the mystery of the golden wheat?
Well, for obviously gaining information, well, visiting the Moon Princess and stuff. Though I don't think you gained all the knowledge of the mysterious wheat, because there was definitely some little bits to you can still work out with that one. I think that is reasonable. Yeah, because you will get more once you receive potentially from here. Oh, apparently Alex is telling you how much XP you get.
Yeah.
I can't read that.
Oh, is that? Oh, did I do that blind?
No, you
Yeah.
didn't say that.
That's in Sylvan.
Oh, it's in Sylvan.
Oh yeah, milk thistle's the only one in the party that you get.
So now we can talk behind your back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We can talk shit about you. Oh, and Sylvan.
I mean, I don't know why you would. All it takes is one spell, and I know exactly what you're saying.
There you go.
Just watch as we do that just to mess with you and then talk gibberish.
It's
Outstanding. We did get some XP.
it's just mean.
Alright,
Do it at least once, okay?
Yeah,
was
I
the,
got
yep, sorry.
All right.
Was the XP already added or?
No, you have to add that one.
Okay, we have to manually add it. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of mistrust for the luminance.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the kind of town gossips.
Well, no, they like to share information and stuff.
Which this is a very hush hush place.
I I just realized I put one of my keep my numbers as like a sound on the board, and I accidentally pressed it.
I like that response.
Ouch.
But yeah, no, Burn's not gonna let Wishful get in trouble.
Oh no, she's definitely going to do her best not to get in trouble.
Yeah. I'm more concerned about Amethyst on my end.
Well, yeah.
Can you hear this, by the way?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No, not the soundboard. We can't hear that.
Okay.
All right. Well, like I said, we're stopping here. So, unless there's anything else, we will come to an end.
All right. Good session,
For GM
everyone.
for us, as always, Jill. Auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye.
Have a great day, everyone.